Welcome back. The last time we saw Joseph, he'd been thrown in prison, but it looks like even in here, he's not doing too badly. Yes, even in prison, the Lord was still with Joseph, and he made sure that Joseph succeeded in all that he did. Joseph was in charge of the other prisoners because he was such a good prisoner, and this came in handy when one day...
Welcome to prison, guys. I'm Joseph. I was Potiphar's favourite slave after being my father's favourite son. Now, I'm the prison warden's favourite prisoner.
Hey, Joseph.
Hi, warden.
Love that guy.
So, what did you guys do?
I'm sure it's nothing serious.
We worked for Pharaoh himself. I was his cupbearer, and he was his baker.
But I suppose he wasn't happy with us, because now we're here.
Oh man, I wish I knew what was going to happen to us next.
Well, it's funny he should say that, because the next morning, both men were troubled. Both of them had had an unusual dream the night before. Neither of them could make sense of it.
Ooh, I know all about dreams. God has the power to interpret dreams. Tell me what they were, and through him, I'll explain them.
Well, my dream, there was a vine with 3 branches. From the branches came grapes. I squeezed the grapes into my cup, and gave that cup to Pharaoh.
Good dream. It means that in 3 days, Pharaoh will set you free.
Really? That's awesome!
Yeah, and when you get free, could you please tell them about me? I'm an innocent man and I really shouldn't be here.
Wait, what about my dream? I dreamed I was carrying 3 baskets on my head with food in the top one. But then these birds came along and ate the food out of it.
Bad dream. I'm really sorry, but it means you're going to be hanged in 3 days.
Huh. Well...
And 3 days later, it was the Pharaoh's birthday. He did just as Joseph had foretold, and set his cupbearer free while he executed the baker. But the cupbearer forgot about Joseph for 3 years, and poor Joseph was left alone in prison, until one day...
Something wrong, Your Majesty?
I've had a worrying dream, my servant. 2 of them, in fact. They plague me every night, and I'm desperate to know what they mean. But none of my magicians or wise men are any good. Is there nobody in all of Egypt who can interpret dreams?
Oh, whoops. Joseph, duh.
Excuse you?
Your Majesty, I have an idea.
The cupbearer remembered Joseph at last, and Pharaoh summoned him at once when he heard about how Joseph had interpreted dreams.
I hear you can interpret dreams, so I summoned you at once.
Hey, that's what I just said.
Do not interrupt the Pharaoh.
Oh, sorry.
Please, Your Majesty, I can't interpret dreams, but God can. Tell me your dreams, and through the Lord my God, I'll tell you what they mean.
In my first dream, there are 7 fat, healthy cows grazing by the River Nile. But then, 7 ugly cows come out of the river and eat the fat ones. But they don't get any fatter after eating them. Then, in my second dream, the same thing happens again, but with ears of corn. 7 healthy ones swallowed by 7 disgusting ones. Please, what does it mean?
It means God has shown you the future of the land, Pharaoh. The dreams mean the same thing. There will be 7 years of wonderful harvest and plenty food, followed immediately by 7 years of famine. The kingdom will starve under fruitless crops and unyielding land unless you prepare for this. God has warned you about this so that you can put someone wise in charge of storing up food during the good years, so that when the bad years come, your kingdom will have food to spare and people will survive.
Sweet, you get the job.
Say what?
From now on, this man is in charge of all of Egypt. The only person with more power than you is me. Your God is clearly with you, Joseph. I know you're just what the kingdom needs.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Also, can we change your name? I'm thinking. Xackadee.
That did actually happen, but I'm not saying that, so let's just stick with Joseph. But wow, Joseph was put in charge of all of Egypt. He got a wife, 2 sons, probably a haircut, and everyone in Egypt bowed to him. But the story doesn't end there. Come back tomorrow to find out what happens next.